guys, it's Curtis Mock with your GymSuccess.com video tip of the week. Actually, I think I'm going to have a lot of tips this week. I just returned back from Boston, went to the Club Industry East show. Wasn't as big a show as they've had in the past, but that's the lesson that I want to give to you on this particular video. It's probably the lowest attendance rate that they've ever had in the history of the Boston show. Actually, the East show, it bounces around between New York and Boston. I think they even had it in Orlando a couple of years ago, but this is the lowest turnout. And my guess is, and their guess is, it has a lot to do with the recession, tightened budgets, etc., which is a shame. But what I was able to get from this show, aside from learning a few things from some of the industry experts, I jumped in on some of their sessions. A few of them jumped in on my sessions as well. The fact that a lot of times we don't think that it's worth our time to go to a networking event. Let's say it's a smaller event. Let's say it's a Chamber of Commerce or an opening for a business in your area, a ribbon cutting event. Let's say it's a neighborhood gathering, something that typically you might think that is not worth your time because there's not a lot of people that are going to attend. I would beg you to change your opinion on that, because at this particular show I've never had more of an opportunity to mingle with a lot of the CEOs and heads of these particular vendor groups for our industry, from software developers to other marketing and sales training companies, equipment companies, vendors, publishers of industry magazines. I was really able to have really good in-depth conversations with these people. Something my father always told me is that it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I would actually argue that it's a little more than that. It's not what you know or who you know, it's actually how well you know them. And in a smaller setting like this, where you have a little bit more face time, a little bit more one-on-one time, I was able to portray the skills and the qualities that I have to these people, and I think made a really big impact on them, because they kind of see me as the new voice of the health club industry. And in fact, it was an amazing feeling. A lot of these people that I've always followed over the years, prior to me making my stance in the industry, they actually knew who I was. So kudos to me for putting out enough information out there that they knew who I was. I don't normally go on speaking engagements. This is one of my first, but I do a lot of writing. I put myself out there a lot, and a lot of these people already knew who I was. Same with you in your community. A lot of people probably know of your business. They might even know of you, but how well do they know you? How well do you know them? And this is really the difference maker, I think, in a lot of networking situations. Because I was in a smaller event, I was able to have more face time with people who had a passive understanding of who I was and what I stood for. Attending these smaller events gives you a chance to have that face time that you cannot otherwise get. So I encourage you to put yourself in the same situation that I was in, to surround yourself with the people of influence in your city, connect with all of them, and find that you're going to be able to connect with them at a much deeper level than you would by picking up a phone call, or picking up the phone and calling them, or attending a larger event that you might feel is more worth your while. So look for smaller opportunities to engage the other leaders in your community, and you're going to find a stronger tie will be built with them. That's your video tip of the week. I'll see you guys next time.